Hello guys, and welcome back to my video. So I've talked about the row and column widget, whereby you align widgets horizontally and vertically. But how can we stack one widget on top of the other? So today we are going to talk about the stack widget. So here we are in the main.dat file, and then we have this home which is our home widget, which is this. So if we go in our home widget, we have a scaffold. So inside our scaffold widget, we are just going to have a body as a stack widget. So like the row and column widgets, the stack takes in a list of widgets, right? So let's just give it let's just have 3 containers. Let's give it a height of 300 and a width of 300. And then let's give it a color. Let's give it a color of red. And then let's copy this container widget, and then let's paste it below. Let's just have a width of 200 and a height of 200. Let's give it a color of blue. And then let's copy this container, and then let's paste it below. Let's give it a height of 100 and a width of 100. So let's just reload our application and let's see how it. As we can see, sorry, let's just change this color to green. So as you can see, we have these widgets stacked on top of each other. Okay, so what the stack widget does is it takes in the height, the maximum height, the height and the width of its children. For example, as you can see, we have a height of 300 and a width of 300. And as you can see, this stack widget takes in a height of 300 and a width of 300. But how can we change that? We can only change that if we can wrap this stack widget inside, let's say, a container. So if we give this container, let's say, a height of 800 and a width, let's give it a width of 500, and let's reload. Oh, sorry, I didn't give it a color. Let's give it a color of yellow. Now, as you can see, now our stack widget takes in the height of 800 and the width of 500 because we have wrapped it around. We have wrapped it with a container, right? So as you can see, our widget is aligned on the top. Our stack widget is aligned on the top left of our UI, right? How do we change this? So to change this, we need to use what we call the alignment property. So if we say alignment, and then we say alignment dot center, and let's reload our emulator. Let's see. As you can see now, our children are now aligned at the center of the widget, right? That's how we change the alignment. Also, I want you to see something. The first widget, the first children in our stack, this first widget in our stack is closer to the back of the phone, and the last widgets are closer to the front of the phone. So what am I saying here? As you can see, we have this red is closer to the back of the phone, and this green is closer to the front of the phone. So let's just interchange this. let's just remove this red container and let's put it last of our children. And then if we reload our emulator, you can now see that this last red container is now closer to the phone, and these other widgets are now closer to the back of the phone. This red container is now closer to the front of the phone. So let's change this. Then let's just reload. And then let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this blue container, and let's just stay with these two children, right? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use what's called a position widget. So a position widget allows us to position a children inside a stack. So let's repeat with the position widget. Let's say position. Sorry, it's supposed to be a positioned widget. Okay. So let's say we want a distance of 0 from the top and a distance of 0 from the left. Okay, this is supposed to be child. Okay. So let's reload our emulator and let's see. Now, as you can see now, this green container is now positioned 0 dp from the top and 0 dp from the left. So let's say if we change it, if we say we want a distance of 50 from the left, what will happen? As you can see, now we have a distance of 50 from the left. So this is how you position a widget inside a stack. So if we say we want a distance of 60 from the top, you will see that we'll also get a distance of 60 from the top. As you can see, we now have a distance of 60 from the top. And then there's another property that I want to show you, which is called fit. So if we say stack fit dot expand. So if we say stack fit dot expand, you will see that this red container takes in the height of the whole stack widget. It takes in a height of 800 and a width of 500, as you can see. The reason being is that this stackFit.expand only affects widgets that are not positioned. For example, if we have this positioned widget is not affected, it will only affect this. It will only affect this this container. But let's say if we remove this positioned, widget, what will happen? As you can see now, this container now occupies the whole screen. It now occupies the height of the stack, which is 800 and 500. As I've said before, that the last children of a stack are closer to the front of the phone, as you can see. But if we repeat with the positioned widget, it will not be affected. Let's say if we say positioned, and then let's just give it a distance of 0 from the bottom 0, and then write 0, and then let's reload our application. Now you can see that our container is no longer affected. So that is how you align position items in a stack widget. If you found this video useful, make sure you click the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so that you do not miss any of my videos.